Alright guys and girls, welcome back to another video. I want to just do something different, a little bit different today. In between sort of like religion and sort of like scientific facts and all that. Thing is, I've been wondering, I've been like thinking to myself and all that and telling my mum and all that and shit and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, about, if you think about it, how we all became where we are now. How did we get here on Earth and in the universe? How did we get on this planet? How was the planet formed and all that? And how does religion come in to all this? How does it actually form the natural foundation of what we've got now? All these different types of religions to do with like Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, and different types of religions, all kinds of religions, and it makes me wonder to the point, why was this religion created in the first place if there was no God created us in the first place? If it was just the fact that an explosion took place and then we just appeared out of thin air and we were created out of some sort of synthetic sort of DNA, which are actual well, it says here, the universe was born with the Big Bang as the unimaginable hot dense point when the universe was just 1034 of a second or so old, that it is 100th of a billionth of a trillionth of a trillionth of a trillionth of a second. In age, it has experienced an incredible burst of expansion known as inflation, in which space itself expanded faster than the speed of light. During this period, the universe doubled in size at least 90 times, going from subatomic size to golf ball sized almost instantaneously. According to the NASA, after the inflation, the growth of the universe continued, but at a slower rate. As space expanded, the universe cooled and matter formed. 1 second after the Big Bang, the universe was filled with neutrons, protons, electrons, anti-electrons, photons, neutrinos. During the first 3 minutes of the universe, the light elements were born during a process known as the Big Bang nuclear synthesis. Synthesis. Temperatures cooled from 100 nonions to a 1032 Kelvin to 1 billion 10 ninths. Kelvin and protons and neutrons collided to make deuterium, an isotope of hydrogen. Most of the deuteriums combined to make helium, and trace amounts of lithium was also generated. So basically, in a way, how we got here was to do, because apparently there's been talks scientifically, we were made out of like sort of bacteria, if you go by it, how humans came here. So really, where does this God come into it, into this creation? Unless God is actually the one it started it, not like the creator, but more the Big Bang is actually the God, or the universe is technically the God, but it doesn't have a sort of a physical form, or it doesn't have a physical form, like mentally or unstably, but it's more like Mother Nature. Maybe Mother Nature is the cause and effect of how we became here in the first place. So really, you couldn't say that people like us got on this planet in the first place just because of a creator. Because I don't know, I think how religion got there in the first place, why it was created. It was created by man, obviously. It's not created by a god. Some people say it is. To be honest, I've got religious family connections. I'm Christian myself, but now that science is coming into effect on it, rather than fiction, science is always going to prove that it's facts at the end of the day. Facts is what you really need. And the scientists have proven that God does not exist at all. And so, why was the Bible created? How it was created? It was created to actually control people, to get to the point where they want to get people like on a different mindset. I would say the Bible was pretty much created so we would follow like sheep, to be honest. One person created it, or two, or loads of people, like a whole group of people, and then they just wanted to try and basically confiscate our identities as people and just put us in certain groups. Like, they just made us obey by their rules and all that. That's what religion is. It's it kind of binds you. And once you get into this sort of religion, if it's a proper religion, and it's one of these where you can't get out because of the higher density of the higher beings that want to get you here in the first place, and they want you to believe in that religion so they can trap you into the point where basically they brainwash you into thinking that God exists and that whatever they're doing to you or whatever it is, it's for the greater of good. But is it? Are you getting anything out of it? Do you feel happy in yourself as a religious person? Do you feel that it's helping you religion? I mean, in a way, religion can help. It can make you a bit better. Yeah, my mum's sleeping. Anyway, so basically, I think in a way religion kind of helps you, gives you a bit of faith, something to believe in. But is it a purpose? Should you be believing in a religion that kind of imprisons you? Like you become like a prison inmate. Should we not have a sort of like a mind of our own? Shouldn't we have opportunities, like a sort of way, points, paths that we can go down? Because when you first start, like you get into religion, you're usually brought up as religious people, or brought up into a religious group. Myself, I wasn't, because to be honest, our families weren't that as strong as a sort of religion. Our religions, even though it's Christianity and all that, and I'm Christian, my mum's Christian, or got all Christian. I like Christian stuff like Jesus pictures and oil paintings. I love all that kind of religious stuff, the crosses, the crucifixions and all that, the crucifixes and all that. I love all that, and the necklaces and all that shit. I love all that kind of stuff and all the religious thing. But is it dying out? Is religion actually dying out? Because it seems a lot of people nowadays are not really going to church. So does this mean that at some point, once people stop going completely and everyone stops going to these masses, Sunday masses and religions and all this kind of stuff, would it be the end of a new era of sort of religion? Would it be actually completely killed off? Because now we've got science coming into it. So as scientists come into it and they say, well, basically God doesn't even exist. They haven't got no proof that he had been exist. Apparently they said he's in time and out of time. So which is it? Is he in time? Is he out of time? They reckoned he's not he's not in our sort of time at all. He's outside. Apparently he's like watching out. And whether you believe in God, I mean, it's entirely up to anyone who believes in God and all that, or if you believe in your religion, that's entirely up to all of you. But myself, I'm not religious either, and I'm not religious either. I'm in between. I'm trying to find the facts, and I'm if God came down now from the skies, and he came down, he says, "I'm your leader, I'm your God, you should obey me," and all this kind of stuff, then you would be a believer, because you would actually have the facts there. You would see that it is exactly what you wanted. It is exactly God, and God actually come down, and he's come down with his words of wisdom and all that, and he's telling you that he's the almighty God and all that, and with all this Jesus who's supposed to be his son and all that. But also, as well, the governments are trying to also come up with theories of creating this sort of image in your heads now. They're trying to manipulate your brains. They're trying to hack people's brains, and so they can put microchips into your head to make you think that you're actually listening to God and that he's actually there. There's been actual facts that conspiracies saying that basically they're trying to manipulate the person's situation, their religion, because of it. And what do you guys and girls think? Do you think religion was actually meant to actually imprison you? And I'm just about to finish off now, quickly a second, because I'm about to finish off this one. Also, do you think science is more factual than religion? And do you think religion is to the point where it's going to be killed off eventually? And what happens when it will be killed off? Let us know in the comments below, because I'd like to hear you guys and girls out there. Whether you're religious, don't take this as an insult. I'm not insulting anyone. I just want to get the facts and help you guys and girls. I want you to educate me as well. Cheers all for watching. Catch you all later.